Hello, Sky here, and this is gonna be a unique one for this playlist because this actually connects to the Wave 3 release. Because when Wave 3 released, it also came with an update where you can customize your items. I explain what I mean while I go on. Now, the customized sections for Oasis and the battle mode are different. Now, how the customized section work is simply basically you customize your items. It's that basic. However, the reason why this video is in this playlist is because of this section and this one. They are empty item slots. Now, you may say they just full for because they can't have items. That might be true. However, wouldn't you say that you can easily minus this coin a bit and easily fit all the items evenly? And can you erase this bit here too? And if you just take away this layer, you can easily place two item boxes like this. And you can still go onto these even though there's no items in them. Which lead me to believe there's going to be new items. You might have guessed by the title of the video, but yes. Now, I've been going through each game looking for every sort of item from the past that haven't been in Mario Kart 8 yet. It could be a new item. However, it's best to play it safe and only go for the old ones. Now, quick note, I am not counting the feather in this mode, but race mode. The reason for it is simply because when Nintendo has done it before today, because it's easy to implement, so it wouldn't affect much if you add the feather into race mode. The feather just acts like a jump. Now, not now. All the items from Super Mario Kart are already in. The next game line is Mario Kart 64. And the only item that isn't in Mario Kart 8 Now, if this item goes into Mario Kart 8, then it would bring the fake item box back and be a bit chaotic. Basically, how the fake item box works is you throw it at distance or place it down on the ground. So it's basically used to block ways or make traps by item boxes. However, the reason why I don't think it might work is simply because they normally place on the ground. You gotta go through jumps. You got because some jumps has item boxes in the air. And I think Animal Crossing can back me up on that. And there's moving item boxes too, thanks to the DLC ways. Which is why I say this item is not coming back. It's most likely not coming back. If it does, it'd be a surprise, however, it would be limited. Next item in line is the Double Dash item. Silver Circuit always has all items. Now, wait, did I misspell the game? Yeah, I think it's Silver Circuit has all, yeah, Silver Circuit always has all the items. Now, with the Chain Chomp, you know what, I think I should go with the obvious ones out of the way. Due to the Firefly, this basically is pointless. The only use for these items are basically simply because the Firefly basically fill this duty. They throw fireballs straight line. And this basically is a spread. Now, for the Chain Chomp, this is actually one of the unique ones that I'm gonna say, because the Chain Chomp basically drags you along. So having it in battle mode is basically pointless. However, place it in the regular mode, you tend to think about Mario Kart, would work perfectly. It's different enough from the Bullet Bill, it basically drags you along, however you're not invincible. If you get hit, you lose the train, and eventually you do let go of it, but it goes on reaction. Now, for Yoshi eggs, well, that's the butter egg. They act like a red shell, but once you get hit by them, they tend to throw their items about. Basically leaving items that can be placed on the ground at the lightning shock. Now, this would work well in either mode. However, one of the items that could come out is a bomb, which means if it goes into battle mode, that would mean you got to deal with the bomb. And I think if you try to collect items in battle mode, it's basically it's the most likely item I can see out of a double dash item that could come in. However, it's still the least, but just above the fireballs. Which is why I just gonna place this into the no-go, because we always have an item that has you drop mushrooms on the ground. Now, for the Bowser shell, originally I was counting it out because Bowser's in the game, but that didn't stop them. When Bowser's playable and he can able just throw his own shell, doesn't make sense. Now, there's also something else that I need to tell you real quick. Basically, the Yoshi and Buttle Eggs, Heart, Bowser Shell, and Bonsai Banana appear in tour, so that means they could possibly appear. Possibly. Now, how the Bowser Shell works is basically you throw it, and it bounces around a lot. Basically, causing a lot of chaos. However, in tour, it just keeps on a straight path, wiggling side to side. Unlike the blue shell. So they could implement it in A, the tour variant. In battle mode, it would most likely go bouncing around. So there might be two different effects for whatever mode you play. So the battle shell is one of the items that you should expect. Now the bonsai banana. If you get hit by it, it drops many regular bananas. Which honestly, the bonsai banana is basically used to block packages. Basically, if you drop one down, it's basically cause a massive detour. Most likely, it might work best in battle mode. The reason why I'm placing it in this section, though, is simply because it's one of the good items. Because we see how banana peels work, and if you think about it, throwing a giant banana basically cause a lot of things to happen. Now, the heart, how it works in the dash is basically you steal the item. However, it don't be in your item box. However, in Tor, they move you from taking items away. Most likely because you're going to get different items anyway, due to if you hit a different item box, the item you're currently keeping will most likely be used. But hard has a possibility, but I don't think so. Because when it is possible, but at the same time, it's just gonna give you defensive item. It basically only best used in as a defensive tool, but it also gives you a chance to get items you don't normally get. However, some items can dodge that. It's just unlikely. Now, DS didn't have any new items, and the only items in this category are the Mega Mushroom, the Power Bark, and Thundercloud. Now, immediately, the Power Bark is in here. And you may be saying, I didn't give it a chance. True. However, how did the power work before in Wii? When you use it, it gives out a bit massive shockwave. The only way to dodge it if you were airborne at the time of the shock, or use motion controls. And immediately when you think motion controls to switch, the only way you can use motion controls are basically the Joy-Cons. And I think it's pretty clear having the Power Bark come back in Mario Kart 8 is one of the most least likely items. Because not only is there more grinding sections, but there's anti-gravity, which obviously means you're off the ground. Possibly they could implement anti-gravity for a dodge, and they can have to do a spinning shockwave that shows you has dodged it. But if you remember Baby Park, that's all anti-gravity. And Big Blue. Most likely, the Power Bark is not coming back. Unless they implement the drift button. If you tap the drift, but right before it happens, you'll dodge it because you'll be a bit in airborne. Now the Thundercloud is the most iffy one. Basically, how the Thundercloud works is basically the game of tag. It gives you a speed up, however, hold too long, and it shocks you. And it automatically activates. Now in battle mode, it could act like an item that causes chaos a bit. However, if you remember, Mario Kart Wii only had one item box slot, which gives the question: is the Thundercloud going to activate in the second item box slot? If the Boo take it away, what would happen? Most likely, because Boo can't take away items that are currently active, which means the Thundercloud is completely immune. And if you bump another player, and they holding two items, would they still be able to keep their items, or they get removed? Now those questions alone are the reasons why I placed it in the most likely not section. Because we don't really know how it would work. It could come back, however, it's still unlikely. The Mega Mushroom is actually the only item that I can see coming back. Not only because it works in both Battle Mode and Race Mode, but when you actually think about it, it works pretty well. Lightning is in the game, and obviously when you get hit by lightning, you get slung. However, they could implement the Mega Mushroom easily by making the character go big for a while and slow down. Because everyone who knows Mega Mushroom knows what it's all about. And they already got the growing animations in there. Because when you have Mega Mushroom, it's basically cause a growth. And when you're no longer under the effect of lightning, you go back to normal size. All they need to do is simply use the animation to cause the Mega Mushroom to work. And reverse it. And it still works with lightning too. Only they won't be affected by the spin of the lightning. Now, the Mega Mushroom does have problems with it going down a small space or some sort of tunnel. They gotta do science information. Because when it comes down to courses that has tunnels, you gotta think about the height. And the effect they have. Which is why I say the Mega Mushroom could come back. However, it could not too. However, I place it in the most likely thing because we've seen the Mega Mushroom go through small spaces before. You just need to focus on the height portion of it and how big you're gonna be as a Mega Mushroom in the game. Now for Mario Kart 7. And immediately, the most least likely item that is in this selection is the Lucky 7, because it's just one downgrade from the Lucky 8. And they possibly might be the same item. So definitely a no. Plus, I think they would have most likely added in Lucky 8 in Mario Kart Tour. Now, the Leaf is actually the most likely one. It acts like a defense and offensive tool, and basically you have, when using it, you spawn a Lucky Tail and then spin around. So basically, it can work in either battle mode or race mode. And those are the only console ones that could come in. The only one that I can see not being battle mode is Chainsaw. And we all know the reason why. However, due to Tor now being connected, it also means we gotta do this section. Now, I would have done the arcade, but we still don't know if that can or not. And there's a ton of items in arcade, so I'm just gonna avoid that a bit. Now, the only items I can possibly see not coming back are just two. Firstly, the dash ring. The reason for this is because the dash ring is used in the game already, not as an item. And it acts like a boost to all characters. And the other item is the bow. Because it acts like a shield and gives you a boost. You don't really have control. Plus, in certain tracks in Tor, you tend to float too high, or when on the slope, you kind of go too slow. There's no anti-gravity, which means you don't really know how it acts. We know how it would work in the glider and underwater section because bubbles tend to be underwater and bubbles tend to float. However, anti-gravity is a problem. Now, the bonsai bomb. Basically, it bounced 3 times before blowing up. And it's basically a bigger version of a bomb. Surprisingly, they didn't add this enemy in any Mario games because I don't know if this character ever appeared outside of Tour. But Mega Bomb might have appeared in the game, but I might not be aware of it. The hammer acts like a short-range red shell if you throw it forward. However, I feel like the hammer going to be changed if it goes into Mario Kart 8. And the ice fire, basically you freeze the opponents and they slide for a bit. They act like the fire when using it, only when you hit them, it basically causes them to slide. At the finish line, well, I can actually see what would happen if the ice fire is in Mario Kart 8 and you're on the final stretch and you use it. It's basically going to slide them to the finish line if it's just a straight. Now, those are the only items I could possibly see. There could be a new one on the way, which we don't know about. However, the only items that I mentioned that appeared in Tour was only the double dash items. Now, I am going to do something real quick because now that that's done, I'm just gonna quickly go down this section. To this one. Now, before doing anything else, I'm going to move the items down here real quick. So I don't need to worry about looking for them as much or moving them about. Just moving them over here so we can actually look. Now, as you notice, there's only 2 slots here and 7 here. But there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if we add another layer down here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, which means all of these items could come into race. Because Nintendo could easily add in more items down here. And just make this section a bit smaller. They could be putting a fast one and having just 2 here because it makes sense to have 2 there. And the reason why they have that on the battle mode is because they could make the claim that they only have it like that because it's just ripped from the battle, well, waste mode. but they've just removed some items. Now, if it's not the case that I just made, then there's only 2 slots. Which means, however, before I carry on with that sentence, they could only have at least 1 new item in this area, and only 1 new item in the battle mode. Most likely ones that might come. And I just realized, before anyone mentioned it, Tor does have some other items, both double the bomb and the cannons, and the item box that you normally hit to get coins in Mario games other than Mario Kart. Now, for reason, mumbling a bit. Now, the reason why I'm not mentioning them are A, double bomb says for regular bomb, but doubled. It makes sense for the triple mushroom, triple shells, green and red, and triple banana. However, you don't see triple boo, triple bomb. I think they would have most likely added in a triple. Secondly, the item box that you use to take coins, we don't need another coin item. Also, the other day I was playing with Machine Master using which is yesterday currently using the custom mode, and I actually realized that the coin serves a purpose that we haven't realized until trying it. Because when you remove a coin, first place basically could come immune. Because all you need to do in first place is hold your item. With a coin popping in, you got to take that into account. Some people tend to remove it, and it's understandable why. You want to play Wii mode, and a coin in the item slot sounds stupid, but it actually even out the game where you actually think about it. Think about how it would play if you don't have the coin. It may seem simple if you're playing alone. However, if you play with other people, would you want to keep the coin or not? Because if you're behind them and you don't have the coin in the item customize section on, would you be able to get in first? Just food for thought for you, in case you're watching this video. Now, the only item I can possibly see not coming back is basically the bonsai banana, because it's already in the database. Everyone, when I was mentioning in comments, well, no, Just rethinking my words. Basically, when I was rethink, no, memoing up and messing up my words. Basically, when I was commenting there's new items coming, some people mentioned that they want the Mega Mushroom back in. And that's obvious. It's a good item. The only item I can possibly see not coming back is the chain chomp. Recently I was thinking about bonsai banana, but when you actually think about it, how different is it to the chain chomp? No, to the bullet bill. Because they only appear in race mode. But Billy Bill is just an upgraded version of a chain chomp. And that's it. It can't be used in battle mode. Plus, we've seen chain chomps around as obstacles so that enough representation for the chain chomp. While the Billy Bill, if we think about all the tracks that came out from Mario Kart series over time, the only course that they came in as obstacles was Airship Fortress. So that's the chain jump is possible, but is unlikely. Now, there could be new items in at least one section of each mode. But I'm just gonna not count them in because they are just uncharted territory, the unknown items that might come in the future. So, new items, I'm not gonna count them, but I'm assuming them as a possibility. Now, the Ice Flower can work well in either mode. However, I got a feeling it might be better to have it in the regular mode you tend to think about Mario Kart. But Mega Mushroom, no doubt about it. Because everyone wants the Mega Mushroom back, and it works well. The other items basically, well, I already mentioned that the Bowser Shell could easily be used in battle mode by bouncing around walls like it did in the normal mode in Double Dash. Because either mode for Bowser Shell could work. But Tanuki Leaf works as a defense and offense tool. It basically spin around and basically needs you to focus, which means it works best in battle mode. But Babam, the Mega Babam, well, let's just say in one of the modes you can choose only Babams. But Hammer, we don't actually know how it will work. They could change the mechanic to it so it basically acts like a regular hammer. Basically, how I think that item might work is like you use the item when the person in front of you and whack the player. Like a mallet. Or for it, we don't actually know, but all I know is if it goes in battle mode, it could work. And we already know how chaotic bananas can be. It's just a bigger version of a banana, and having it in battle mode seems like the best option. Now, the only things that remain from battle mode item boxes are basically just 2 slots. Now, if the chain chomp is in, that means the Mega Mushroom might go in there, as well as the Ice Thrower. We don't know if it counts as hits for Balloon Battle, or there's be one new item, which means at least one of these items won't make it. But these are the most likely ones. So right now, we don't know for sure if there's gonna be new items or not. However, it's most likely. I just made this part of the video now because better do it now than have it as a surprise. And I'm still working on the other part of the video. So this be coming out before the other one. Also, I forgot to mention the rules in the last video, or what that is. So, the next video in that playlist would have the rules. However, you can probably guess some rules from YouTuber that I redraw. But that's basically what I think might happen. 2 new items there. Or 1 new item in there, as well as there, and one of these items would be not in the game, but in both modes. But anyway, I'm the Green Dragon, and I see you next time you pop in. Bye!